I'm finna get real petty with you. And you won't serve me coffee. And I'm stupid, right?
I told him plenty of times the reason why I was not serving him, and it was because he was disrespecting me. I have the right to refuse service to anybody who is disrespecting me.
So I'm sure by now many of you guys have already seen this viral video of this 18-year-old girl in this pink puffer jacket with a big furry hood yelling out, "I am not going to make you coffee," as a man berates her, as a man screams at her. This is another one of those incidents of an absolute moron recording an interaction with a service worker, a food employee, attempting to cause a scene, to record it for clicks and try to go viral on the internet, where normal people like us end up not siding with the annoying man behind the camera. But unfortunately, this viral video would cause this 18-year-old named Miriam to go viral, leading to her being fired from her job at McDonald's due to not wanting to sign the disciplinary action form that they gave her.
I'm finna get real petty with you. And you won't serve me coffee. And I'm stupid, right? And I'm stupid, right? Go ahead and say it again. And I'm a goofy, right? And I'm a goofy, right? And I'm stupid. Okay, I got you. You're not serving me coffee.
Now, this guy over on TikTok named BigJudo, who appears to be a failed rapper, a Spotify/SoundCloud rapper who never really made a song that popped off, decided that he would want to get his 15 minutes of fame by trying to embarrass this girl and get this girl fired from her job over a disagreement or an altercation at a McDonald's drive-thru. Now, according to Miriam, what had happened was this guy came up to the window. She asked him, "Hi, what would you like for your order?" He wasn't answering, so she started asking him more, to which he started berating her, cussing at her, swearing at her, insulting her, and then asking a question like, "What kind of coffee do you guys have?" which essentially led him to have a meltdown, come up to the window, record this interaction, and then post it online for 6 million people to see.
Well, basically this happened Monday, like around 5:30, 5:40. I worked that day from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. and I was about to clock off. Mind you guys, I'm working overnight. It's just me by myself from 2 a.m. to 6 a.m. It's just me by myself. I was not mad. I didn't have an attitude. I don't think I was mad that day. I don't think so, until the guy came and he basically decides to come through the drive-thru. He waits at the speaker. You know, I'm taking the order through the headset, you know, going like, "Welcome to McDonald's, how can I help you today?" No one was answering me, so I just kept saying hello, hello, until someone like finally answered. And when they did, they were already being rude to me. They were like, "Damn, bitch, can I get a minute?" So for you to come in here, call me a bitch, I'm just gonna let it slide and hope that you don't say it again. I was wronged because he ended up asking me, he first asked me what kind of coffee we got. Like, I told him you could see it on our screen. He didn't like that shit. He started telling me basically like, "Oh, why are you being rude to me? Why are you being rude to me, bitch ass hoe?" He started calling me bitch, hoe, whore, slut, all those types of names. So I'm like, okay, you know what, sir? I'm not serving you. I don't care. I'm not serving you. You're being disrespectful to me. I'm not serving you, right?
Now, like most of these viral video moments, of course we didn't get that part. All we get is the part where he comes up to the window, recording her already saying, "I'm not serving you coffee. I'm not serving you coffee." Of course, we never get the introduction part where he starts it by calling her a B word, whore, slut, all these other words, right? We never get that part. We never get the fun part of the exchange, but we always get the part that makes the employee look bad.
After I had told him that he was being disrespectful to me and to have a good day basically because I wasn't serving him, he ends up like he's still yelling through the mic saying, "I want a large coffee though. Can I get a large coffee?" I'm just ignoring him. I'm taking a different customer's order. He pulls up, he gets out of his car, walks to the window, and then he starts basically yelling. He's calling my coworker a bitch. Mind you, she doesn't speak English. She doesn't really understand it either. So she's just like telling him like, "No English, no English." Then he looks at me. I just finished taking another customer's order. He looks at me. He's like, "Did you take my order, bitch?" And I said, "Yeah, I took your order. And I'm not serving you. Like I said, you can go to a different McDonald's because this one is not serving you." And he's still there. He's calling me names and stuff like that. We're going back and forth. At some point, I called him broke. He's like, me? Broke? How am I broke? How am I broke?
Now, this part of her story is funny, genuinely. As someone who's done security, like loss prevention in a store, I dealt with this kind of stuff a lot. Basically, if you catch someone stealing, right, the first thing they do is be like, I have money. What are you talking about? Why would I steal? I would never steal. I got money. I probably make more than you. I got more money than you. It's just funny because it kind of gave me like deja vu, literally to these exact same encounters where you have these people causing a massive scene. In this instance, over a $2 coffee, right? Actual broke behavior, right? Similar to people who will steal something like a $5 thing or like a $10 piece of meat, right? Like we have some streamers who like to do that kind of stuff. Yes, that is a broke activity. If you're over here complaining and crying and whining and trying to get a girl fired over a $2 coffee, you need better things to do with your life.
So then at some point, after we're like just going back and forth, he's like, you know what? That's when he pulls out his phone and starts recording me. I'm just telling him, like, I'm not serving you coffee. I'm not serving you coffee. After the video ends, he leaves. I'm like, okay, that's the end of it, right? Wrong, guys. He literally comes back, like, that same day, later in the afternoon, and basically wants to speak to a manager. I'm not working at that time, but my sister is. My sister's a manager. He comes, he's talking to my sister, thinking she's gonna be on your side. Like, bro, you really thought my sister was gonna be on your side? No.
So instead of this guy, again, just leaving the situation, right? They both, in my opinion, did things they shouldn't have. I think he shouldn't have started it by calling her out of her name multiple times, and she shouldn't have called him broke, right? But I understand it. There's a point when you're working, again, in a retail space, in a food service space, where a customer is just really grinding your gears, especially after an 8-hour shift and you're right about to clock out. Someone wants to get an attitude. Sometimes you say some things you regret. The person who recorded the video and decided to start this entire thing should have just took the L, should have walked away, said, I'm not getting coffee, whatever, I'll come back another day and get coffee. But he decided to come back to try to re-instigate the situation. He wants this girl to be punished, reprimanded for essentially defending herself, right? Now, this is exactly what is wrong with big companies, again, like McDonald's, like Walmart, like Target, all these companies, is they would rather punish the employee instead of actually just like pretend, at least like, okay, yeah, we'll sort it out, don't worry about it. And once they get the employee side, they're like, okay, you're fine, whatever, right? And I've seen this firsthand, again, someone who's worked retail. I've seen some of my coworkers get in trouble for things that I witnessed, and they never bother asking anyone. They don't bother asking any witnesses what happened. They don't try to do an investigation. They just make them sign a little paper. And of course, these papers start to add up because they would rather please the customer, the douches that walk around and shop at these stores and these restaurants, instead of actually be loyal to the people working for them who are doing the job.
That basically, I thought it was over again. Like, just a random ass customer, because trust guys, he's not the only rude customer that I'd be getting. Like, I've been spat in my face. You can't really do anything about it because the managers are on your ass. Talking to you about like, oh, you gotta respect the customers. You gotta be nice to them. Even if they spit in your face, even if they throw shit at you, you still gotta be nice. He started lying to my sister, telling her that he never called me any names, that he would never disrespect a woman like that. Like you didn't just call me a hoe, a whore, a bitch, all those types of names. Why are we lying? He also lied, saying that I didn't want to serve him any coffee for no reason. I told him plenty of times the reason why I was not serving him, and it was because he was disrespecting me. I have the right to refuse service to anybody who is disrespecting me.
Now, Miriam, also known as that McDonald's girl that was in the video, ended up posting this, which is an employee discipline form. As you can see, it's for Miriam R. And the first warning that she got working at McDonald's was 11/28, so last month. And you can see it was for multiple customer complaints against her because of her attitude and way of speaking / responding to a customer. Again, Employees, managers are going to write this, right? It doesn't matter what you say, what your side of the story is, what they did. In a manager's eyes and employer's eyes, they are always wanting the customer to be right. So if the customer literally can just insult you, curse at you, say racial slurs to you, say whatever they want, threaten you, you just have to say, okay, have a good day. And even then they can still go and complain and you'll still get a write-up. But again, judging from experience I've had working in retail, I don't care what this says. I don't care if a customer says someone is rude because again, that doesn't really mean anything. If you're not giving someone free food, free everything, free this, free that, and basically bowing down to them, they're going to say that you're rude, right? A next warning, so her second warning says called off last minute on Friday. I don't care, right? People get sick. Literally, it's snowing outside my house right now. If I called out of work tomorrow or something because I'm snowed in, right? Would I get a warning? No, because I have a good job. Surprisingly, but McDonald's is not a good job. And her final warning says customer complained against her for having attitude and denied service. Customer provides a video, which is of course this coffee situation. In my humble opinion, if she didn't sign this, I don't care what this says, right? Basically signing it is an admission of guilt, right? So if someone says that you like cuss them out and you sign it, you're basically saying, yeah, I did that. Sorry, won't happen again. I'm not signing something I didn't do, and neither did she. And it even says right here, refused to sign. And this is where she ended up posting this saying, guys, PSA, I got fired for not signing this paper, not because I didn't give coffee. And that's kind of the moral of the story. You can get cussed out and posted online for the internet to see when this guy is clearly in the wrong. Again, I love how he only included the part where he was already mid shouting at her and she was simply replying, I'm not serving you coffee. I'm not serving you coffee. She dropped her own 9-minute response explaining what happened. And we're just supposed to blindly believe that this guy who already had bad intentions by recording this girl, again, without her consent, right? Like, it's a public place, sure, it's a McDonald's, there's no expectation of privacy, but when people already have a phone in your face ready to cause a scene, we already know these kinds of people and what they're dealing with and what they want from a situation like this. This man did not go into this situation. He did not go to McDonald's this day to just get a coffee and have a nice day. He went there with an attitude, he left with an attitude, and now this girl got fired from her job. Now, BigJudo, aka the guy who recorded the video, ended up dropping his own 2 response videos, and then in this one right here, he's basically laughing about the fact that she got fired, and then he's trying to milk this situation, which again, you're a cornball, we don't like you, nobody's on your side. In this video he made right here, which is 11 seconds, he doesn't really say anything, all he does is say the girl was crazy.
You know, man. It's crazy lady. It's crazy lady. I don't know. It's crazy lady. It's crazy. I don't know. I asked the lady for food. The ladies go off. It's crazy.
Which led her to make a response, and then he dropped his 8-minute response, which is him just basically changing the story, trying to change everything up, and then admitting to doing some of the things. So in the end of the day, we're still siding with the girl. At least I am. You know, maybe she can become the next Hawk-Tuah girl. No, that was a bad analogy. You don't want to be the Hawk-Tuah girl. Hopefully she can become the next like social media influencer, right? She already basically has a large fan base from this incident. Again, she seems like a pretty nice girl. She has people basically cosplaying as her, going to Hollister, putting on the iconic pink jackets with the fur, remaking her viral I'm not gonna serve you coffee moment. And we all know how this cycle of content goes. It's gonna be her 15 minutes of fame, but hey, if she grows from this and ends up making a YouTube or something, I support that, and I am going to be there for the journey. It'll be fun. We all have our days where we snap. I wouldn't even say this was snapping. She literally just was giving him the same energy he was giving her. She didn't call him out of his name besides broke, which he kind of is broke. She just said, I'm not serving you coffee. Moral of the story, if a rude, vile person cusses at you, do what you have to do or else you're going to get fired from your job. Don't do that. Do what you do. Keep doing what's right. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think down below. I appreciate you. Bye.